When we have an experience of overwhelm, we go into a state called freeze. It's the final phase of our survival strategy. We either fight or we run, and if we can't escape the predator, we freeze. This freeze response can also play out psychologically when we feel overwhelmed by an event in life, by circumstances. We can shut down and go into this state of inertia, where it's as if we just can't take any action. The way to come out of freeze is to step into action, to choose, to face the thing that we are feeling challenged by, and to move through it. So I had this a few days ago. I was running a retreat in Glastonbury. There'd not been enough bookings, and then the teacher who was coming over to host it, his passport burnt in a house fire. So I had to call the venue and say that we were cancelling the retreat. It was bringing up feelings of failure, of feeling that I hadn't done well enough because we had too few people booked on the retreat. And there was a fear of that inner critical voice being externalized by someone else seeing me as having not succeeded. And so this brought about this feeling of overwhelm and collapse. So for 2 days, I knew I had to make this phone call, and I was prevaricating around it. Then on the 3rd day, after I'd been teaching my morning meditation session, I decided, that's it, I need to make the phone call. Just meet that difficulty, meet the difficulty in the moment and move through it. Once I'd stepped into action and made the phone call, then the conversation was fine. And in fact, they transferred our booking and the deposit to a future date without any cancellation fee. So in fact, the anxiety I'd been sitting with for 2 days was unnecessary anxiety if I'd stepped into action sooner. So seeing, is there somewhere in your own life where you're procrastinating, delaying, not wanting to step into action? And then seeing, what is the first step that I can take that helps me to come back into movement, to come out of this state of freeze and shutdown? Feeling how it is to then return to that sense of agency and ability to act. Coming out of freeze by stepping into action.